guys, welcome to this video. For those of you that have been subscribed to my channel, I know it's been a year since my last video, so thank you for your patience. But I'm really excited to be bringing more of my vinyasa sequences to you guys. I've also got my fabulous husband helping me with the video today, and we are in this gorgeous location in Mexico. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to start this video in a child's pose. So coming onto your shins, keeping the knees apart, the toes together. Bring the hips towards the heels and the arms reach forward as your forehead lowers towards the ground. And just take a moment to connect with your breath, to connect with your body, starting to deepen those inhalations and exhalations. Noticing how the body moves with your breath. Noticing the control that you have with your breath, how it can relax the body, melt it deeper towards the mat, how it can start to quiet the mind. And as you find that space, that stillness, find that connection to your true self. And always, before you start a practice, take a moment to think of an intention that you would like to set for your practice today. Always remembering that our yoga continues when we step off the mat. So thinking of an intention that you can take with you. Once you've set that intention, offer up your practice to someone you love, maybe someone that could use a little extra energy today. Even if that someone happens to be you. And breathing deeply, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. On our next breath, we're going to reach our fingertips over towards the right hand side. Lengthening out through the left side of your body. Make sure that you continue to pull your left hip down as the left fingers reach away. Taking one more breath here. Slowly coming back through center and then walking the hands over towards the left. This time the right hip draws down towards the right heel, right fingertips draw away from the body. Lengthening out through the right side. Taking one more breath where we are. And then slowly making your way back through center. Walking the hands towards your knees, we're going to lift ourselves up into Vajrasana. So coming to sit on our shins, you can draw the knees back towards one another. Reach the arms out in front of you. And then start to shift your weight back, lifting the knees up. So trying to get a stretch through those ankles, seeing how far you can lift the knees. Taking one more breath here, maybe you can't lift them at all, that's fine. And then slowly lower the knees down, bring the hands to the ground. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, find your downward facing dog. Take a moment in your downward facing dog to get comfortable. Feel free to pedal out the feet, bending one knee, bending the other, swaying the hips, shaking out the head. Always noticing how the body's feeling today, finding that connection to your body so that as you move through your practice, you pay attention to what works for you. As teachers, we're always here to guide, but as students, we need to be accountable for what feels right in our body. Now with your next breath in, we're going to come forward into a plank position. You're going to lower your knees to the ground and bend the elbows halfway. You're going to press yourself back up, and then push back into a child's pose, lengthen out through the arms. We're going to do that 2 more times. So as you inhale, come forward, keeping the knees on the ground. Shift the body weight forward as you bend the elbows. Come back up, press back, child's pose. One last time, we come forward, bend the elbows, lift back up, child's pose. As we inhale, come forward into a tabletop position. Tuck the toes under and hover the knees just an inch or 2 off of the ground. So finding the length through the spine. Crown of the head's reaching forward, drawing the navel towards the spine. Squeezing the hands and feet towards one another, finding that connection to our core. We take one more breath here. And then straighten out the legs, keeping the heels lifting high. Press back and then lower your heels to the ground. Reversing what we just did as we inhale, lift the heels nice and high. Bend the knees to a hover, and then slowly straighten out the legs. We lower down the heels as we exhale. One more time, lift the heels nice and high. Shift the weight forward, bend the knees to a hover. Straighten the legs out. Lower the heels back down. We're going to inhale, reach the right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your nose in tiger pose. Flex your foot and step the foot between your hands. Lower the left knee to the ground. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Find Anjaneyasana. Now take a moment. Square off through the hips. Feel the stretch through that left hip flexor. Then we're going to interlace our fingers. Bring our hands onto our right thigh. And I want you to push towards the knee. Push into your hands. You might shift the body weight back a little bit. You're going to draw your chin towards your chest and round out through the spine. As we inhale, body shifts forward, arms reach up to the sky. Give yourself a nice little stretch. As you exhale, bring the hands, round out through the back, shift. One more time. Body comes forward, arms float up to the sky, open the chest. Exhale, hands down, round out through the back. We inhale, the arms float up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step the right foot back, find your plank position, hold your plank position. Shoulders are over wrist, fingers are spread nice and wide. We take an inhale here. As you exhale, bend the elbows halfway. Now you can always drop the knees for support. We inhale, back through plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose in tiger pose. Flex the foot, step the foot between your hands. Release the right knee to the ground. Arms float up to the sky. Anjaneyasana, we inhale. Interlace the fingers. Bring your hands towards that left knee. We round out through the back, shifting our weight back ever so slightly, chin towards our chest. And as you inhale, shift the body forward, palms to the sky, open the heart. We exhale, hands to thigh. Round out through the back, chin to chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Last time, we exhale, hands round. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left foot steps back, find your plank position, hold your plank position. Take an inhale in your plank. Remember, you can lower the knees. As you exhale, bend the elbows halfway. Inhale, press back up. Downward facing dog, navel to spine. Come high up onto the balls of the feet. Take your gaze between your hands and let's tiptoe our feet to the top of the mat. Take a moment at the top of the mat to find a rag doll. Your feet are hip distance apart. The head and the neck relax. Maybe you grab onto opposite elbows. There's the option to take your hands behind your head. You can interlace your fingers behind your back. You can even take your hands behind your knees. Finding a stretch that works for you, and then move in a way that works for you. Maybe you sway. Maybe you bend one knee deeply, bending the other. Releasing any tension in the lower back, shifting the weight to the balls of the feet, lengthening out through the backs of the legs. We take one more breath here. And with your next exhale, release the hands to the ground. Draw your chin to your chest, gently bend both knees, and we roll ourselves up. Vertebra by slow vertebra. Head and neck are the last things that come up. As they do, shoulders reach up, back, and down. Option to keep the feet hip distance, otherwise heel-toeing the feet to touch, bringing the hands to prayer at heart center. And let's get this flow started. We're going to hook our thumbs as we inhale, float the arms high to the sky. Exhale as you forward fold, arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. Reach the arms up and over. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands down to the ground. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump. Your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling through up dog or cobra. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. We inhale, right leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Lower the left knee, release the back toes. We inhale, arms float up through Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog with your exhale. Inhale to a plank position. Exhale, high to low, your vinyasa. Inhaling forward and up. Exhale, we press back, downward facing. Same leg, right leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Lower the back knee, release the toes. We sweep the arms up, one big inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, standing splits. Left leg floats up, head and neck relax. We take an inhale in our standing splits. As you exhale, left foot steps behind the right. We walk our fingers over towards the right-hand side. So you can bend into the right knee, push the left hip away as the left fingers reach towards the right side. Taking one more breath here. Coming back through center, keeping your feet as they are. We sweep our arms up to the sky. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Bend into the right knee, push your left hip away, left hand to the right side. We take a breath here. And as we exhale, bring the feet next to one another, hands to the ground. We hook our thumbs. Inhale, float the arms high to the sky. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, and forward fold. Head and neck relax as the arms reach up and over. We take an inhale here. Exhale, release the hands down to the ground. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump, your vinyasa, high to low. Inhaling forward and up. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Left leg floats high to the sky with your inhale, exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Right knee lowers, release the back toes. We inhale, float the arms up through Anjaneyasana. And exhale, hands to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank position. High to low, we exhale. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, we press back, downward facing. Same leg, we inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps between our hands. Lower the right knee, release the toes. We inhale, Anjane. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, tuck the back toes, shift your weight forward, standing splits, right leg reaches. Head and neck relax, we take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, right foot steps behind the left. Fingertips walk over towards the left side. Left knee bends, right hip pushes to the right side. We keep inching those right fingers away, taking one more breath here. Slowly walk the hands back through center, keeping the legs as they are. Float the arms up to the sky. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. You might slide the right foot down a little bit as you push your right hip to the right, reaching the right hand to the left. Taking one more breath here. And as we exhale, Tadasana. All right, yogis, hook the thumbs. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Open the chest and forward fold. Take a breath and inhale here. As you exhale, hands come down to the ground. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump. Your vinyasa, high to low. Inhale, forward and up, and exhale, navel to spine. Downward facing dog, and breathe. All right, taking a moment to find that breath, to reconnect with the body. I forgot how hard it is to do your practice while you're teaching. So I'm going to catch my breath here. Start to check in with your alignment, making sure the feet are hip distance apart, hands at least shoulder distance. Spread those fingers nice and wide, your index or middle fingers pointing forward. Really grounding through all 10 knuckles, squeezing those forearms towards one another, externally rotating the shoulders, keeping those ears in line with your biceps. Navel draws in, ribs draw in, reaching the hips high as the heels reach low. We're going to start with today's flow. We inhale, right leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, float the leg up and back, free leg down dog. Exhale, knee to tricep once again. Inhale, reach the leg up and back. Last time, exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, the leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, flex the foot, step the foot between your hands. Reach the right arm up to the sky as you inhale. Turn your feet towards the right side, coming out to the outer edge of your left foot. We exhale, lower the hip, lower the right hand. Inhale, reach the right arm back up, and exhale, right hand down. Inhale, right leg sweeps high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, knee twist. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Pressing into the feet, we float the arms up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Take a moment in your crescent lunge. All right, guys. Square the hips off. Bend through the front knee. Straighten out through the back leg. Tailbone's pulling you down. Navel and ribs are drawing in. Arms are reaching higher as we externally rotate through those shoulders once again. Now grab onto your left hand. Turn your feet to the right side. And we're going to side stretch. So keep bending through that right knee. Take an inhale. As you exhale, goddess pose. We turn to the left. Your feet are pointing out to the sides as you bend both of your knees. Now try to make sure that your knees and your feet are always following in the same direction, hands to heart center. We take an inhale here. As you exhale, left knee taps, we face the front of the room, come back, goddess. Right knee, we turn to the back, tap, come back to center, goddess. One more time, turn to the front, left knee taps, center, goddess. Turn all the way to the back, lower the right knee, arms float up to the sky. Take an inhale in Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, bring your fingertips a little further in front of your left foot. Shift your weight forward, standing splits. Right leg floats up, head and neck melts, chest towards left thigh. Take a breath here. As you exhale, step the right foot back. Left leg floats up and back, 3-leg down dog. We inhale. Bend the left knee, open up the hip, square off through the shoulders. Start to come forward into a plank with the knee bent, and then flip your dog coming into wild thing. Left arm floats up, hips reach high. We take an inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Move through your vinyasa, high to low. Inhaling forward and up. Exhale, we press back, downward facing dog. I'm going to turn to face you once again. Don't get confused, we are moving through a mandala, so you will be facing the back of your mat here. Now, you have the option to stay in down dog. Otherwise, if you'd like to keep moving, we're going to move through spinal rollouts. So as you inhale, come forward into a plank position, rounding through the upper back. Hover the knees off the ground, push your hips to your heels, downward facing dog. 4 more times. We inhale like a wave, coming forward. Hover the knees, hips to heels, press back, downward facing. Last 3. We inhale, come forward. Exhale, roll back. Last 2. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, lower the knees, hips to heels, down dog. Last 1, guys. Inhale, really round up through that back. Come forward, bend the knees, hips to heels, down dog. Inhale, right leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Inhale, arms float up. High level lunge. As we exhale, we twist. Left arm forward, right arm the other way. Yeah, there we go. Right arm behind us. Take your right hand to left thigh. Left arm reaches up and over as we reverse our twist. Exhale, left elbow across right knee. Hands come into prayer. Take a moment to press into that right thigh. Prayer to the center of your chest, opening up through the right shoulder. Take an inhale here. With your exhale, press into the legs, warrior 2. All right, guys, hold your warrior 2. Front heel in line with back arch, back toes angle a little more forward than back. Bend into that front knee, trying to get the front thigh almost parallel to the ground, keeping the expansion of the hips open. So noticing if your right knee is dipping in, really push it out. With our inhale, palms to the sky, straighten right leg, reach the arms up. As you exhale, back to warrior 2, sink a little lower. Inhale, straighten right leg, arms up to sky. Exhale, warrior 2. Last time, we inhale, straighten. This time, bring your feet parallel to one another, hands to hips as you exhale. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, forward fold to the ground. Hands in line with your feet, the head and the neck relax. Reaching the crown towards the ground. Getting a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Finding your breath once again. Taking one more breath where you are. With our next inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to the ground, lengthen out through the spine. Walk your hands towards your left foot, now to the front of the mat once again. So I'll turn myself around. And we're coming into a pyramid pose. So you're on the ball of your back foot. Back heel is lifting high. Left hip is pulling into its hip socket as you fold over your left leg. Once again, working with that breath, finding space with your inhale, surrender with your exhale. One more breath where you are. As we inhale, start to bend through the left knee, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Optional vinyasa, or we make our way back into our downward facing dog. Now taking 5 breaths here in your downward facing dog. This is your opportunity to rest, recover, regroup, reset all the R's before we move on to the left-hand side. We'll be doing the exact same thing on the left-hand side. So taking 2 more full rounds of breath wherever you are. And if you were resting, remember the child's pose is always an option. You can also skip your vinyasas coming straight back into downward facing dog. If you were in your child's pose, making your way back into downward facing, we continue with the left-hand side. As we inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, we squeeze it in. Inhale, float it back and back. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, 3-leg down dog. Last time, knee to tricep as we exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Left arm floats up to the sky, we find our simple twist. Turn your feet to the left, coming onto the outer edge of your right foot as you exhale, lower the hip, lower the left arm. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, left hand to the floor. We inhale, left leg reaches up and back, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, twist. Inhale, float it up and back. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Feet are hip distance apart, pressing through the ground so the arms float up, high lunge. Square the hips off, straighten out through the back leg, bend through the front knee, press into that left heel, feel the glutes engage. We grab onto our right wrist with our left hand, turn our feet towards the left, give ourselves a little side stretch, take an inhale. As you exhale, turn to the right, goddess pose, hands to heart center. All right, find your pose, bend the knees, try to get the knees to stack over the ankles, knees and feet following in the same direction. So your knees should always be pointing towards that second toe. We take an inhale here. As you exhale, turn to the front of the mat, tap the right knee down. Come back, goddess, we bend. Turn to the back, left knee taps, goddess, we sink. Turn to the front one more time, bend that right knee. Back to center, squat. Turn to the back of your mat, lower the left knee all the way down. Release the toes, arms float up to the sky, find Anjane. We take an inhale here. As you exhale, fingertips in front of the right toes, tuck the back toes, standing splits to the back of your mat. Head and neck relax, left leg reaches, melt your chest towards that right thigh. We take an inhale here as we exhale, step the left foot back. 3-leg down dog, right leg floats up and back. Bend that right knee, open up the hip, square off through the shoulders, twist through the midline. Hip, come forward into a plank as you start to take that right foot behind you, lift the hips, open the heart, reach that right arm. And as you exhale, right hand down, right foot down, move through an optional vinyasa. We meet back, downward facing dog. All right, guys, once again, you can stay in downward facing dog, or you can move through those spinal rollouts. So as you inhale, come forward into a plank position, bend the knees, hips to heels, downward facing dog. This is going to be my break. We inhale, come forward into a plank position, bend the knees to a hover, push the hips towards the heels, straighten the legs out. 3 more times. We inhale, come forward into a plank position, lower the knees, hips to heels, downward facing. Final 2. We inhale, come forward. Exhale, roll yourself back. Last one. Inhale, coming forward into that plank position. Cover the knees, hips to heels, downward facing dog. All right, my fellow yogis, we continue with the left side as we inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Arms float up as we inhale to a high lunge. Exhale, twist right arm forward, left arm back. Keep bending through that left knee as you reverse the twist, left hand to right thigh, right arm reaches. Exhale, right elbow across left knee, hands feet into prayer. Press into that left knee, lift through the upper body, open through that left shoulder, try to get the prayer to the center of your chest. Now straighten out through that back leg, press the back heel back, grounding through both of your feet. We inhale, cartwheel the arms open, drop the back heel, warrior 2. Exhale, sit a little lower, bend through the front knee, find that expanse through the hips, back toes angle a little more forward than back. Make sure that that left knee is pushing out. If you find that it's dipping in, you can always angle the toes out towards the left a little further. Palms to the sky as we inhale, straighten left leg, arms reach up. Exhale, sit a little lower into your warrior two. Inhale, arms to stack. Exhale, warrior two. Last time we inhale, float the arms up, keep the legs straight, bring your feet parallel to one another. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, forward fold to the ground. Now, bring your hands in line with your feet. Crown of the head reaching towards the ground. If you practice a safe tripod, we shift our weight towards the balls of the feet. Press into the hands, squeezing the forearms towards one another. Making sure that we have the stability of the shoulders to lift the legs up. Now either stay in your forward fold or in your tripod headstand. Working with your breath, slowing it down. Taking one more breath where you are. If you're in your tripod, coming out the same way that you came in. We inhale, lift the chest, lengthen out through the spine. Walk your hands towards your right foot to the front of the mat now. Turn to you guys. Back ball of the foot on the ground so the heel is lifted. Right hip pulls in towards your hip socket. Lengthen out through the spine and fold forward. Slowing the breath down, connecting with the body. Taking one more breath where you are. As you inhale, bend the right knee, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Optional vinyasa or straight back into your downward facing dog. Once again, you've got those glorious 5 breaths to either rest, recover, regroup, reset. If you practice inversions, this might be an opportunity to lower the forearms onto the ground, finding dolphin, getting the strength, the opening in the shoulders, maybe walking the feet a little closer. Always remember, as you come into dolphin, if you find that you're quite tight in the chest, you can always interlace the fingers, press into those forearms, make sure the head is lifted off the ground, and then push your chest towards your thighs. Keep lifting those hips up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Taking one more breath where you are. All right, guys, if you're resting or with your forearms on the ground, let's start to make our way back into our downward facing dog. Now, this is the last round, so just to break the rounds up, I want you to take an inhale in your down dog. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump between your hands. We inhale to a halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a moment in your chair pose. So finding that strong chair. As I mentioned before, the knees should always be following the second toe. So if you find that maybe your feet are apart and the knees are buckling in, keep your feet hip distance apart. It's fine to keep the feet hip distance apart. Some people actually prefer it. Wherever you are, shift the weight into the heels so your toes would almost lift up, engaging the glutes. See if you can sit a little lower. Draw the belly in, reach the arms a little higher, take an inhale. As you exhale, forward fold to the ground. We inhale to our halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump, optional vinyasa, or straight back to our downward facing dog. All right, guys, right side. We inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to tricep and hold. Option to stay here. Option to bend the elbows. Option for the arm balance. We reach the right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Right arm floats up to the sky. We find our simple twist. Turn your feet to the right. Lower the hip, lower the right arm. Exhale. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Float the right leg up to the sky with your inhale. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Drop the back heel, straighten the right leg, left arm reaches, ball and triangle. Push the hips a little higher. Reach the left fingertips with inhale as we exhale, left hand down. Right arm floats, right leg floats up and back. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Arms float up, high level lunge. As we exhale, warrior two. All right, from warrior two, you're gonna take your right arm up to the sky, bend that right elbow, left hand behind you, see if you can clasp your fingers. Now find that strong alignment in the legs, the expansion in the hips. As you inhale, reverse your warrior, so the right arm's reaching back, straighten out through the right leg.
And then as the hips pull back, reach that right elbow forward. Keep opening up through that left shoulder, almost as if you're leaning back. And then reach the right arm towards the front. Left arm hovers, so the arms are in Dvipasta. As we inhale here, exhale, turn to the front, bend the left knee, keep that diagonal line, and then float the arms up, high lunge. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand, feet point to the right, give yourself a little side stretch. And as you exhale, goddess pose, hands to heart center. We take an inhale here. As we exhale, turn to the front, drop the left knee. Come back to center, exhale, squat. Turn to the back, drop the knee, center, and we squat. One more time, front, left knee lowers, center, and squat. Turn to the back, lower the right knee all the way down. Arms float up to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Shift the hips forward, open the chest, exhale, fingertips to the floor. Tuck the back toes, standing splits. Now, option to grab onto your left ankle with one hand or both. Option for my friends who like to play with handstand to hop the left foot back and work on some little scissor hops to your handstand. If you're upside down, left foot lowers, we step the right foot back. And then left leg floats up to the sky, three-leg down dog. Bend the knee. Open the hip, shift your weight forward as you step the left foot behind you. Come into wild thing once again. Lift the hips, open the heart. We exhale, left hand down. This time turn to the left side. Right foot stacks over left, right arm floats up to the sky, side plank. Lift the hips a little higher, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, right hand down, optional vinyasa. Or we meet back in down dog. All right, guys, find your breath. Things are getting hot and sweaty. Hair's a mess. All right, 5 breaths here. Whatever you need in these 5 breaths, to center yourself once again, to come back to the body, to slow it all down, we're going to finish off with the right-hand side. So take 2 more deep breaths, wherever you are. It's really warm here. I'm sweating up a storm. All right, guys, if you're not already in down dog, start to make your way back. We float the right leg high to the sky as we inhale. Exhale, right foot steps between your hands. Arms float up to the sky as we inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. We reverse the twist as we inhale. Exhale, left elbow across right knee, hands in prayer. Option this time to open the arms like wings, or to take your bind. Right arm behind you, left arm underneath that right leg. Now wherever you are, keep the lift in the upper body, the opening through that right shoulder. Back leg is straight, back heel is pressing back. Strength of the legs, release the bind if you're in it. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, sit a little lower into your warrior 2. Front palm flips. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, half moon pose. Fingertips reach in front of your right toes, either to the ground or a block. Left leg floats up, left toes pointing sideways. Left arm up to the sky. Make sure you're lifting that left leg a little higher, flexing the foot as if you're pushing the wall behind you. Opening up through the left shoulder. We take 1 more breath here. Now moving as slowly and with as much control as you can, bend through the right knee. Step the left foot back with more control than me. Reverse your warrior. We inhale. Exhale, Skandasana. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee. Lower as far as you can go, coming into your surfer's lunge on the left-hand side. Maybe your hands are in prayer or on the floor, otherwise left hand down, right arm up. We take a nice little open stretch, take an inhale. Find the length in the spine. If you're rounding out through the back, can you grow a little taller? Turn to, I've confused myself now, are we at the back of our mat? So turn towards your left leg, lower your right knee, and straighten the left leg out. So I keep moving around. So I'm going to turn to the front now. Find your half splits. Right hip over right knee, left toes point up towards the sky. Pull that left hip into its hip socket, lengthen out through the spine, so sort of find that opening in the chest and melt yourself down over that left thigh. Now, if you practice full splits, maybe taking a breath or 2 here, and when ready, that left leg is going to slide forward, right leg back. Maybe walking your hands towards your hips, to keep the length in the spine. One more breath here. My full splitters, find that left leg drawing back. It's usually quite unglamorous. Half splitters, bend through that left knee, tuck the back toes, left foot steps back, optional vinyasa, or we move back in downward facing dog. All right, yogis, halfway mark on the last side, on the last round. This is the last side. So take 5 breaths here. Slow it down, reconnect. We're going to finish with the left-hand side. We're going to do the exact same thing. You will have a break in between 5 breaths before we finish with the last part of the left-hand side. So take 2 more full rounds of breath wherever you are now. Remember that you can always use this time to play if you like inversions. If you're not already there, make your way back, downward facing dog. All right, guys, we inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Squeeze it in. Inhale, float it up and back. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, up and back. Last time, exhale, knee to tricep. Hold it here. Option to bend the elbows. Option to find Ekapada Vinyasana if you practice it. And we all inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Left arm floats up. We find our simple twist. Turn the feet to the left. With your exhale, lower the hip, lower the arm. Inhale, float the arm back up. Then exhale, left hand down. We inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Drop the right heel, straighten that left leg. Fall in triangle. Sorry, to the right. Did I say left? Bad teacher. Right arm up to the sky. Lift the hips. Reach the right fingertips. Inhale, exhale, right hand down. Left leg floats up and back. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Arms float up. High lunge. That's why it's good to have your husband with you. You can catch me when I get it wrong. Open up warrior 2. Arms open wide. All right, guys, take that left arm up to the sky. Bend your left elbow, right hand behind you. Clasp the fingertips if you can. Otherwise, you can keep that hand on your lower back or grab onto your shirt. We inhale, reverse our warrior. So reach that left elbow back. Straighten out through the left leg. Pull your hips back as that left elbow starts to reach forward. Now notice if you're facing the ground, can you start to open up towards the ceiling, leaning back a little bit? Beautiful. Then reach that left arm to the front, right arm to the front, arms in Dui Hasta, so both arms are reaching forward. Keep that opening through the right shoulder. Turn to the front, bend the left knee, pivot onto the right ball of the foot, diagonal line, and as we inhale, arms come up. Grab onto your right wrist with your left hand. Feet turn to the left, get a little side stretch, and then goddess. We turn to the right, feet angle out to the sides, hands to prayer. All right, so make sure your heels are pointing inwards, toes outwards, the other way. There we go, bend the knees. Try to get the knees to stack over your heels, as if you're in a wide-legged squat. We inhale here as we exhale, turn to the front of the mat, drop the right knee. Inhale to center and squat a little further. Turn to the back of the mat, exhale, left knee lowers. Inhale, center, and squat. Turn to the front, right knee taps, center, squat. Now turn to the back, lower that left knee all the way down, release the toes, arms reach up to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Keep shifting the hips forward, get that stretch through the left hip flexor, and exhale, fingertips in front of your right foot. Tuck the back toes, standing splits to the back of your mat. Same as before, option to grab your ankle with one hand or both. Option to hop the right foot back and play with those little hops into your handstand. If you are hopping, make sure the right foot lowers. We're going to step the left foot back behind us into a runner's lunge. Right leg floats up to the sky. Inhale. Bend the right knee. Come forward into a plank. Take that right foot behind you. Lift the hips, open the heart. As we exhale, right hand down, right foot down. Turn to the other side. Left foot stacks over right. Side plank. Squeeze the inner thighs, lift the hips a little higher. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, left hand down. Optional vinyasa. Or we meet back, downward facing dog. All right, guys, we are almost there. Find your breath, 5 breaths here. I'm turning back to the front, just to confuse myself further. All right, slow that breath down. You can always take child's pose. You can always lower those forearms. Or if you're playing with inversions, you have that opportunity to play. Wherever you are, just make sure you're really listening to the body, to what it needs right now. Our practice tends to mirror our lives. So notice where you push yourself too hard when maybe you should slow down, or where you don't push yourself enough and you're taking things a bit too safe. Taking 2 more breaths wherever you are. If you happen to be in child's pose on the forearms upside down, let's start to make our way back, downward facing dog. All right, guys, let's finish this. Inhale, left leg floats high to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps between your hands. Arms float up, wobbly, high lunge. Inhale. We twist as we exhale. Right arm forward, left arm back. Reverse that twist. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, right elbow across left knee, hands in prayer. Option to open the arms like wings. Option to take your bind. Left arm reaches behind you, right arm reaches underneath. We keep pressing into the feet to find lift in the upper body. Opening up through the left shoulder, right leg is straight, right heel is pressing back. Pressing into the feet, we release the bind. If we're in it, inhale, warrior 2. All right. Front palm flips, reverse your warrior. Half moon pose, left fingertips to the floor or a block. Shift your weight into the left hand, left foot, right leg reaches. Right toes are pointing sideways. Flex your foot as I lose my balance. Lift the leg a little higher. Open up through the right shoulder. Press into your left big toe to help with your balance. Take 1 more breath here. With as much control as you can muster, step the right foot back. We inhale, reverse our warrior. Skandasana. Left leg straightens, right knee bends. Lower as far as you can go. Either hands in prayer on the floor or right hand down, left arm up. We inhale. And as you exhale, turn to the front of the mat. Drop the left knee, straighten out the right leg. Find your half splits. So we pull the right hip into its hip socket. Make sure those right toes are pointing up so you're pulling into the back of your leg. Lengthen the spine, open the chest, and we fold over that right leg. Taking a couple of breaths here. Before moving into your full splits, if you practice full splits, this time the right leg slides forward, left leg back. One more breath wherever you are. My full splitters. Right leg's going to come back. Half splitters. We bend through the right knee, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Optional vinyasa. Last one. We inhale and exhale. Downward facing dog. If you need 5 breaths to finish off the dynamic part of your practice, take them now, doing whatever the body needs. Otherwise, if you're going to come with me, lower the knees, push the hips towards the heels, forehead to the ground, and take child's pose once again. This is always my favorite part of the practice, moving from dynamic to more restorative. I had an amazing teacher, who says that we move through the dynamic part of our practice to shake things up so that when we come into the more restorative part, we can see what things bubble up to the surface and address them. So if you're not already there, make your way to child's pose. Feel the energy that is running through your body, that beautiful energy that reminds us that we are alive. Notice if anything else bubbles up to the surface. Don't try to fight it or change it, just acknowledge it with awareness. It's always through awareness that we can create change. Taking 1 more breath here. And then shifting your way forward, coming into a tabletop position. Tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back, and downward facing dog. Let's inhale, float the right leg high to the sky, and exhale, lower that right shin down to the ground, bringing the right knee towards your right wrist. lowering the hips down, finding that position that feels right for you, making sure that it never hurts in the knee. Find the opening in the chest. If you'd like to make the posture more dynamic, maybe reach the arms back up towards the sky, and then lower yourself down over that right leg. Find your pigeon prep. Remember that if the posture doesn't feel right, it's not so much about how it looks, but really about how it feels. So sometimes, in an effort to try to make the posture look the way we've always seen it to look, we miss the benefits, the value. So always ask yourself why you're in the position you're in and how can you make it more beneficial to you. So in this pigeon posture, some of you might find that shifting your weight to the right and walking your hands to the left feels good. Maybe pulling the heel away from the body, bringing the shin more parallel to the top of the mat makes you go deeper. Sometimes coming into reclined pigeon feels better. Wherever you are, find that sweet spot, and once you've found it, just allow yourself to surrender fully into it. One of my favorite things about the studio is the sound of the birds that you can hear outside. It's so amazing. Take one more breath where we are. And then slowly start to peel the upper body off the ground. Tucking the back toes under, planting the hands. We take that right leg up and back, give it a nice little shake. Lower the right foot down, left leg floats up to the sky. We exhale, left shin to the ground, left knee behind left wrist. Lower the right leg. Either open up through the shoulders or reach the arms back up to the sky and then release them down. So as much as I'm on my forearms right now, I'm doing it mainly so that you can hear me speaking, but I want you to notice if you do happen to weight bear when you are in your pigeon posture. Because a lot of times we tend to weight bear in our arms to take the stress out of the hips, but it is cheating the posture a little bit. So if you have a block or something that you can place over your forehead, then you can release the arms to go a little deeper into the hips. And then just work with your breath to deep inhalations and exhalations to allow yourself to let go, because it's sometimes the control that creates more tension than anything else. So connecting with that breath in your body. Take one more breath where we are. And then slowly start to lift the upper body up, planting the hands, tucking the back toes. We sweep the left leg up and back, give it a good little shake. Release the left foot to the ground. Come onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels nice and high. Take the gaze to the top of the mat, bend the knees, step or jump through to seated, and come to lay down on your back. We hug our knees in towards our chest. And then keep the right knee in, allow the left leg to go long. Shimmy your hips a little bit over towards the right as you draw that right knee towards the left with your left hand. More important than getting the knee to the ground is keeping your shoulders connected. So really grounding through that right shoulder, you can cactus your right arm, take your gaze to the right, and maybe close your eyes. Starting to let go of control of your body, control of the breath. Noticing how, as you mindfully start to let go, the body softens, the twist deepens. Taking one more breath here. Coming back to center, hugging both of your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little reset squeeze. And then we change sides. The right leg goes long. Left knee stays in. Take your hips over towards the left and then draw that left knee to the right with your right hand. Cactusing the left arm so the left shoulder connects with the ground. Your gaze goes to the left and maybe you close your eyes. Once again, working towards letting go. Finding that softening, that twist deepening, not by force, by gravity, by release. Take one more breath in our twist. And then slowly come back to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself the biggest squeeze you can possibly give yourself. So much so that your head lifts up, your nose touches your knees. I want you to squeeze, 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 tensing every single muscle in the body. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, and as you exhale, release everything down onto to the ground, coming into your final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Allow the legs to go long, the feet to fall out, the arms away from the body, the palms facing the sky. Now this video is going to turn dark for about 5 minutes so that you can just lie where you are without the next video starting or without you having to get up and turn your computer off. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you on the next one.